And I appreciate what's been said tonight. That song comes from, obviously, a lot of us know as the Lord's Prayer, or the Kingdom Prayer. And I grew up knowing that prayer, and yet something about that song, written by one of our favorite artists, John Foreman. It's a great song, but I love the way that it wraps up the mystery and the angst that is in that prayer. Because when you break that down, and maybe some of you tonight, man, I don't really, I'm just kind of figuring out spirituality and figuring out who Christ was and who he's maybe calling me to be, and I'm still wrestling with that. I just want to say, like, welcome to the club, None of us have come tonight to say we've got God pegged, He is a mystery, and yet the love and the grace that we've already spoken of is overpowering, and it's life-changing, And I love that prayer that Jesus spoke aloud. And when he said this prayer, as Jesus walked around, he didn't necessarily make a lot of friends, Jesus spoke of pretty radical things. And this prayer for us tonight, to sing and to speak, is a radical thing. The words of Jesus to say, it's not my ways, it's not my will, it's not my dreams, it's not my school, it's not my education, it's not my job, it's not the cash that may or may not be in my wallet, depending on what season you're in. It's none of that. It's not mine. All this stuff that I've accumulated, this isn't mine. When you have families, I've got little ones running around my house, probably knocking over lamps as we speak right now. And as deeply and as rich as I love them, they're not mine, That ultimately, this prayer, if we're crazy enough to speak it together, is a radical prayer that says, God, it's yours. That all this stuff, all these things that I think that are so huge, they're yours, And so I want us just to maybe bring that prayer down to University of Tulsa. And as we gather tonight, just as you're getting ready to break for summer, what does that prayer mean for you? And what does that prayer mean for me? For me, it means laying down a lot of stuff that's related to music, to just say, it's not about me. As much as I love it, this is yours. So I want us to speak that prayer aloud. And if you know it, I hope that you'll pray it. But I hope that you view it from a different lens tonight. That as we speak this, it's not just something Jesus spouted off. This was radical stuff. And it should be for you and I. And it should be for me as I sing that and pray it. And so just as we move forward tonight, would you pray that with us? That our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power,